Hello, everyone. Pam DuBois, Real Estate TV. Today, I have with me special guest all the way from Vegas. Maybe we'll talk about Vegas, Tonya Danee, and she's going to share with us. She's an entrepreneur of 3 businesses. My goodness, when do you find the time? First, talk to us a little bit about Tonya, if you can.
Thank you for having me. I am started in my businesses based off of desire. Everything is driven for me with passion. I'm a passion element, serial entrepreneur. What brought me to be able to meet in the same space for us to be able to connect had to do with a wellness experience that I had last year, or some would call a spiritual awakening or reawakening, whatever you want to call it. My light bulbs went off in my head. And last year when the pandemic started, I really started to have I had health issues before the pandemic. I was 253 pounds. Right now I'm 175. So I've
Wow.
lost 76 pounds or so since the pandemic.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And that was what started the pining of trying to understand what was happening to me internally versus a traditional physical, internal.
Yeah.
And so that gave me a chance to really be able to understand that the mind is so important to take care of your spiritual and your physical, and you cannot just do one or the other. It requires a true, excuse me, empowerment or harmony would even be a greater word. But that's what led me down this road to interacting in social spaces, moving and networking in a way to where we can get exposure for some of the wellness things that we're bringing. And that's what brought me in the same space with you.
Wow, that's awesome. So, oh my goodness, congratulations.
Thank you.
Amazing. And you're still trying, you're still going for it, because you were saying you're exercising this morning. It's a plan, right? You actually have to stick with it and keep going.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. You do. And I think that's the thing is I've traditionally hated routines, right? I traditionally hated schedules, but I've always been really good. I produce really well, in a structure, but it's normally not the structure that we create for ourselves. So imagine now when I wake up and I have more of a ritual, kind of like my event we'll talk about, but more of a ritual experience that I give self-care to. I need to know, how am I feeling? What am I thinking about? What are the things that I'm aspiring to be versus everything that I haven't done? Doing that mental wellness check-in completely changes how my day starts.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And it all starts with mindset, right?
Yes, mindset. Absolutely.
So tell us about your 3 different businesses.
Well, and talking about those mindsets, I started a business the year before the pandemic called Nation of Billions. I do a partner dance called Chicago Stepping. And it's if you know salsa for the Latin community, which is really an African dance. If you know salsa in that dance community, Chicago Stepping is a dance that's based out of Chicago, and it's done all around the country. And there's probably 30,000 couples, people that participate in us dancing city to city. And we used to do that literally weekend to weekend, just all throughout the year. And so that is a physical piece. And so when I built my brand, SDC Steppers, I created a teaching and dance class program under that in San Diego. I'm originally from San Diego.
Okay.
And so I had my business in San Diego for the last 7 years, and we still have that location there. And I moved to Vegas just this past July, just for wanting to change, needing to change my current vortex, my reality, the things that I'm used to. And so my parents had moved here last year, and I just took the opportunity to be closer to them, get closer to nature. And then I made this move. So Nation of Billions had SDC Steppers, and my other business, ABC Compliant, which is a consulting business. And we help other small businesses find funding, infrastructure for their business, normally like processes, protocols, systems. Most people don't know what kind of just ad hoc systems they can use that they can use and manage themselves without spending a lot of money, right? So we give them a plan to get started. So that's the consulting. And then I have my travel business.
Wow.
That's a ticket agency. And that's where my wellness events are now tied to. And so I have an amazing event coming up December 16th through the 19th. It's at the Hilton Lake Resort in Las Vegas. It's surrounded by 3 mountain ranges. and it is the perfect spot for a wellness event. So my Roots to Rituals event, which is about getting back to our roots of who we are, so that we can release that trauma to get to the highest level of abundance of what we are desiring or we are, headed towards. And so the rituals, RICHUALS, is about empowering, Pam, Tonya, Jimmy, John, that experience to get back to them. Because when we continue to listen to the world so loudly, we don't know how to calibrate. And so that's just what the event is about, showing you the tools that can help you understand who you are.
Wow. And this is a business you just started this year?
So I've had my travel agency for the last, 5 years, but this particular event that I'm doing will be my first one doing for the wellness community. I've been doing events for the last, I'll age myself. I'm okay with that. I'm 43 and I've been doing events for the
You
last
look
probably
great.
20 years. So yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Wow. So you started really young.
I did. My uncle worked in the nightclub industry, and I'd work the door and I'd count the money at the end, and the logistics. It's the logistics. I love logistics. And so that's what I thrive in.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, you had that experience just coming on. Amazing. So what do you think of all three businesses, basically? Like, are you doing any virtual as far as dancing lessons?
No, we haven't moved into a virtual space for dancing. There are some in my realm of business that do that. We still have classes. We are able to have in contact classes. Our students wear their mask, their hand sanitizer. We took a 3-month break that we normally take. I always call it my fall break, kind of. And so we come back online in January with our classes, but we actually continued to have classes during COVID because that helps people's sanity, their wellness. When we danced outside so that we didn't dance inside of a building, then we put our classes outside for people.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so it didn't really shut you down, which is great. Yeah.
Right.
And I want to hear more about the wellness part.
Yes. So the wellness piece, traditionally, African Americans, we use religion, and it's perfect. It's who we are. It's the basis of where we are. But there are so many things within the different things that we love and we believe that we don't necessarily know. And so the tools, these are tools like what you call your chakras, listening to those 7 centers in your body that, rivets off to another 2,000 traditional centers. But it's really going in with the chakras, understanding numerology, understanding that horoscope is not Miss Cleo to just take all your money. There is a beautiful design in this universe that says, hey, Pam, you're born on this day and you're already a believer. If you already follow the archetype of what you believe, and now you move some of these adjustments to what the world is already going to bring you, you can only control how you respond. Now the world is not against Pam, right? So we talk about dealing with those traumatic issues that people don't call trauma, issues that are family secrets that people don't bring up. We don't necessarily want to bring all that up at an event. We want to have fun, but we want them to leave it on the mountain, right? Where we have hiking scheduled, we have meditation scheduled, we have workshop experiences. And the goal is we help you do this work to get back to you. And then we make sure that we don't just abandon you. We tell you, when you have these thoughts, when you get home, what can you do? You need to get up in the morning and spend that time with yourself. It's going to help you balance your day. So it's about teaching those life tools. And then the fun part of it is, my dance community. We put the dance event on the same weekend. So I get to do my wellness by day and dancing by night.
Oh my goodness. That's awesome. Sounds like an awesome weekend.
It will. I'm looking forward to it. I didn't realize how excited I was until now. So I'm really excited
bring it on.
Right.
That's so awesome. We'll have to talk more off here.
Absolutely.
Once we get off here, because I'd love to hear more.
Absolutely.
Share with us your information, how one would get in touch with you.
Yes, I am Tonya Danee on all social medias. Tonya Danee, that's Tonya, D as in David, Anee as in Edward, on IG, Facebook, Twitter. I'm not very active on Twitter, but I'm working on it. Clubhouse, same username. And the website, and my website is pending. It actually is TonyaDanee.com. But Roots to Rituals is up. And so what I tell people is, if you want to be able to contact me, you can email TonyaDanee@gmail.com, or you can email us at customerservice@rootstoRituals.com, because we have all of that coming right now anyway. So we just tell people, register for the event. Reach out to me on any of the back channels, any of the IGs, what is it? Insta chat or
Instagram.
Instagram. But whatever the messaging system is, but I'm reachable. So if you have any questions, I encourage you to reach out to me. And we are accepting sponsors. We have vendors that are able to set up, and then we have sponsorship packages that we will be loading to the website as well, because we understand that with the wellness position and the social change that we are culturally in this world right now, we know that corporations are willing to be a part of something that shows a layout of what do we get if we give you this, and how can we produce it. And so we have that as well. So I'm excited.
Right. That's exciting. That's exciting. Yeah, I wish I was closer. I'd be there. So
never
spell
know.
out the website for us. The website.
Roots. Yeah. So it's Roots, www.roots, ROOTS, the number 2, and then the word rituals, RICHUALS.com. And I'm glad that you said that, Pam, because I know you like the word rituals. Traditionally, the word rituals is RITUALS, and I went with rituals of RICH because there's nothing more rich than when you begin to look through your bloodline and your history and your ancestry, and you understand that even though you may not have liked everything, there's way more good there for you, than bad. And it's a very enriching experience.
Awesome. Oh my goodness. I love this time with you. This is so great. I think I could spend all day with you.
Oh, thank you.
We'll have to talk more. My goodness. You guys, if you're looking, obviously you see she's awesome. And the wellness arena right now is, we need it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So much going on in the world right now, and so much focus on negativity out there that we actually need to focus on our mindset and change our mindset from within. And that's where it all starts at the beginning of the morning, the beginning of our day, doing that meditation like we really need to. And just refocusing and
recentering, regrounding.
Exactly. Love it. Oh my goodness. You are awesome. And I'm so excited that you're here. Any other special information you want to share before we say bye to you?
No, ma'am. I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity. If people even have suggestions, if they want to see something. I will say this: we do the events 4 times a year. They move in the seasons of the cycles. So this year we're at the Hilton Lake in Vegas. Next year in the new season for spring, we'll be at the MGM Grand. And so that contract is already signed. That one's going to be twice the size of this one because it's meant to be bigger. It's celebrating the new year in the zodiac per se. And then our event in June will be in Barbados.
Oh, nice.
So we are doing the work. Yes, ma'am.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you know what? It's kind of funny because not funny. It's great. You actually manifested this because you actually won this video time on Clubhouse.
I did.
There was a bunch of you that was actually raised their hands to get the free video and from the company that was paying for it. And you were one of them that was chosen. So yeah, this is exciting.
It's important to not lose who you are when you jump into spirituality. A lot of people will feel like, oh, I'm so bruised, I'm so battered, from not feeling like you didn't know what was happening in our current world. You still have skill sets, people that are here that require you to network in what you already grew up in. Don't abandon that. Make it work for you. And so that's what I've been doing.
You're awesome. You're awesome. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
You guys reach out to Tonya, and you guys be blessed. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.